Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions. Doing a special episode today. We're just doing a bit of a catch up with my friends in the industry that run various different softwares and agencies. We're looking at the numbers from Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Today's Thursday, so it gives us roughly the 72 hours for the catch up, give or take a few metrics. So we're going to go around the room. First up, we've got Liz, and then we've got Destaney, and then we've got Nadine. I want everyone to introduce themselves fully. So starting with Liz, you go first.
Yeah, thanks, Danny. Happy to be here again. So I run a Amazon-focused digital marketing agency. We provide services ranging from storefront product page optimization and so on, all the way up through, of course, Amazon advertising.
Sounds good. Destaney.
I'm Destaney. Absolutely love being on here with Danny and the style of how these go. I run just Amazon advertising, so I focus on sponsor products, sponsor brands, and sponsor display.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Nadine?
Thank you, Danny. I'm happy to be here today. So I'm the co-founder of Bidex, and we we automate and we optimize the Amazon ads via our tool. So it's from sponsored brands to sponsored product ads.
Excellent. Well, look, let me kick off proceedings if that's okay. I'm just going to go through some of the notes that Sarah provided for us on our team, just to go through over the last few days what's happened on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And then what we'll do, we'll go through around the room, do comparing some notes if you like, and then we can have a bit of discussion of the data that we found. How does that sound?
Great.
Cool. All right, so I've got here from Sarah, for Black Friday, the ACOS increased on average for our clients by 20%, which was to be expected in some cases, since ad spend will be higher on Black Friday and competition will be a bit more fierce. Compared to previous Friday, ad spend increased for Black Friday on average by 21% compared to the previous Friday. This translated into a higher number of sales and orders on Black Friday compared to the previous Friday, but sales on Black Friday for our clients increased an average of 75% compared to the previous Friday, which were total orders have increased by 43% on Black Friday compared to the previous Fridays. Right, there's a lot of Fridays in there. But overall, sales on Cyber Monday increased by 18% compared to the previous week. In terms of the ACOS, there was a minor decrease of 3% for ACOS on Monday compared to the previous Monday. This was due to orders on Cyber Monday increased on an average by 26% compared to the previous Monday. Ad spend increased by 16% on Cyber Monday compared to the previous. In conclusion, both Black Friday and Cyber Monday saw an increase in sales, orders and ad spend. However, the majority of the ad spend was directed towards Cyber Monday this year compared to Black Friday. The average spend on average was 16% higher on Cyber Monday compared to Black Friday, which isn't a huge amount, but orders and sales were high on Cyber Monday compared to Black Friday. This could suggest there was a potential less competition on Cyber Monday due to competitors focusing their budgets on Black Friday, which resulted in our clients achieving higher orders and sales compared to Black Friday with a difference of 21%. Did you get that, or did I go too fast there?
Well, there's a lot of numbers, a lot of great ones.
A lot of numbers, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of numbers, but we've got some clients who's done 5x, 6x, but the thing is with our clients, they're not all shiny objects. They not work it like it's a spread. They've got large amount of SKU sets. We've actually got some guys that have gone backwards, because like when you're selling in certain areas for business, it just dries up. The Thursday, the Friday, that weekend, the Monday, it just disappears. Like Black Friday and Cyber Monday is just not built for their business. In actual fact, it's the polar opposite. So, but I think across the board it was pretty good. It was interesting, some of the data that we're seeing, that obviously people are investing so much into Black Friday, they're almost took their eye off the ball for Cyber Mondays, so that's where we're able to take advantage of some in some aspects. So starting from with you, Liz, do you want to give us a bit of background on how your accounts were performing?
Yeah, we did an analysis, since we often help our clients with kind of the full-scale account management side. We did an analysis of total account sales and what that looked like compared to previous periods. We also broke out cyber. We looked at Cyber 5. We looked at both Monday and Friday as well. And, overall, for the Cyber 5 weekend, Thanksgiving through Monday, we saw an average of 44% increase in total account sales. Yeah. And there were some who ran promotions, and we tracked who was running promotions and who wasn't. Those who were running lightning deals and coupons and 7-day deals, they saw as high as 183% increase for that weekend.
Yeah.
They were able, of course, to be featured. People are looking for deals and sales. We did, of course, have some of those clients who, this is not their shopping season. We have a chemical supply company. Their sales dropped 50%.
Yeah.
No one's buying cleaning chemicals, after their turkey meal, right?
Yeah.
But overall, for
unless, of course, they wanted to kill people in their family.
Then I'd be a little worried.
Then you need to start to worry a bit too much. Yeah, too much turkey. Sorry, go on. I interrupted there.
Yeah, no, good. So yeah, there were a couple categories that just aren't exactly suited for the weekend, and so we did see those sales drop. But for most consumables, electronics, sports equipment, things like that, we definitely saw those increases. One interesting trend I noticed, our clients that sell big ticket items, I'm talking about like $100 or more, that make great gifts, they're a larger investment, they had larger Black Friday increases.
Yeah.
So people were probably, and one of those clients in particular was running a 20% off coupon. And so they had a great Black Friday. Cyber Monday, those sales trickled off a little bit. They still had a great increase, but it wasn't as big as the Black Friday. The biggest increases we saw on Cyber Monday, on average, actually going to pull my average here. I don't have it up. On average, we saw about 130% increase in total sales on Cyber Monday. And a lot of those increases were kind of those smaller items. Like I said, the big ticket items had a much better Friday. But then a lot of the accessories, the smaller products, priced between $15 to $50 or so, they had great Cyber Mondays, regardless of with the coupons. The ones running coupons and lightning deals had an amazing one, 400% increase.
Wow.
But even those clients not running coupons or promotions ranged from 30 to 70% increase on Cyber Monday. So,
good. Still good numbers.
Overall really good. Yeah, we're really happy to see all that.
Excellent. Destaney, you're up next. Hold on. Let me unmute your microphone. There you go.
Good to go.
Yeah. There you go.
Awesome. So seeing pretty similar data. On Black Friday, we saw an average sales increase of 87% across all of our accounts. On Cyber Monday, we actually saw 187% sales increase across all of our accounts. Something kind of interesting, and it correlates with my bid strategy on Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I don't ever increase bids unless it's maybe a 5% ACoS and something we really want to push. On Black Friday, seemed to have a decrease in CPC of 4%. And on Cyber Monday, we saw a decrease of CPC on 8%. Not much change in click-through rates through either of those dates, which kind of surprised me. I mean, Cyber Monday had a slight increase in click-through rate, but not a ton. I think one of our biggest increase in sales was on Cyber Monday. We saw a $21,000 increase from the average of the 3.5 weeks before. So that's kind of how I compared my data. And then the biggest Cyber Monday sales percent increase was a 770% increase in sales from the average of the days before. That was actually in tech. So we have like 900 tech accessories in this brand. So the 770% increase makes sense there. But overall, as Cyber Monday seems to be the bigger day, spend and sales, but ACoS dropped by 9% on Cyber Monday across all of our accounts. And then on Black Friday, we saw a decrease in ACoS around 5.26%. So pretty good numbers. It aligns with what I recommend to do in terms of bid. Most of our CPCs dropped and our ACoS dropped. So pretty happy with everything. We did have 3 accounts that actually did see decreases. One of them was in the supplement category. That was actually one of our biggest decrease, but they weren't running any deals or anything. And then a few home items that aren't necessarily giftable. So
yeah. And that makes sense, because at the end of the day, if it's a giftable season, you're going to see the X's increase, aren't you? But as I said, if they're just traditional products that people buy all year round, it does tend to have an adverse effect because of the nature of the season. Like you said, that people's got this mind space of, right, there's 2 main days, well, I say 2 main days, but they're called 2 main days, right? So you've got Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and their focus is around that. They're loading up their carts because really what they want to buy, it's for the average working person, it's the end of the month, near payday, etc., right? So their focus is getting, this time of year, is to get as cheap as possible, getting gifts for family and everything else.
Definitely.
So anything else to add before we move on to Nadine?
Nothing too big. I did pull the data on that weekend because I was really curious to see how post Black Friday did. And there was a 12% sales increase over the weekend compared to the 1st to the 28th of November.
Right.
So
you got
that was a little
halo
bit
effect. Yeah. You see a halo effect. Yeah.
Our spend did increase. It was one of our highest ACOS weekends, but it wasn't too bad, especially compared to what we saw after Prime Day this year. Remember, it was like a really bad drop in the week after.
Yeah.
Not that bad, which still makes sense because you're leading up to Cyber Monday.
Yeah, makes total sense. Cool. Right, over to you. Sorry, you was the end of the queue there. What have you seen data across accounts? Obviously, you're coming from a software perspective, so let us know.
Thank you, Danny.
No worries.
So our data look a bit different. So for our customers, Black Friday was much more successful. So the sales increased by 130% on Black Friday and only 25% on Cyber Monday. And we also see this in the ACOS. So the ACOS dropped by 50% for Black Friday, but for Cyber Monday, we still had an average ACOS of 18%, and for Black Friday it was 11%.
Yeah.
So Black Friday was way better for our customers.
Wow. So is that because you're using intelligent bidding as well in the system? Is there anything different that you've done over those weekends? Because the crash in ACOS is quite low in terms of the drops, isn't it?
Yeah, but I also think it's about or because of that the shopping baskets are much higher on like Black Friday and whatever. Yeah. And usually our customers are like medium businesses and they don't have these super high price products.
Gotcha.
So I guess that's the reason why.
Cool. And I mean, you're doing it from a software perspective up, so it's not like you're in the minutia with the individual accounts. So, did you see any difference? I'm not sure if you can see this information, but do you see any difference in with people running coupon codes and voucher codes, etc.?
Not really, but I didn't analyze it, so I can't really say anything about that. I mean, I had a look on the ACOS, and the ACOS dropped by every day the week before Black Friday. Yeah. And it started with 20%, and it went down to 11% in the end. Yeah. And we also can see that the people already start looking for new products the week before Black Friday. So the impressions the weekend before Black Friday were already quite high. Yes. So people are already preparing for Black Friday, and they already decide what they want to buy on Black Friday. Gotcha.
Yeah. So then literally it's in for the kill. It's in the cart. They're ready just to purchase.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That sounds good. So the general, not necessarily yourself, but the generalization is the, there's some good opportunity there for people in terms of Cyber Monday. So for planning ahead for next year, and that's a year away, people are so obsessed with, say, Black Friday, they're missing out on Cyber Monday. So is there anything special you guys would suggest to do for next year so you're geared up for both dates? Destaney? Or Liz? Yeah.
I would say, I mean, just looking at the data that we pulled, those who ran coupons, so if you did have a soft Cyber Monday this year, consider running some small promotion on Cyber Monday. And it doesn't have to be one of those 7-day. We did run some 7-day deals and lightning deals and other things. It doesn't have to be as expensive as one of those, because those do cost a lot of money, especially during the holiday. But just even a simple coupon of 15, 20% off to get that additional exposure. And then don't underestimate the traffic, of course. Make sure your budgets on your advertising campaigns are prepared for for Cyber Monday as well as Black Friday. Because if your budgets are shutting down at noon, you're missing all of the after work traffic that's coming in to do shopping after they get off work.
So basically higher campaign budgets, but obviously I think Destaney says you kept your bids where they were. There was no adjustment there. You're just allowing the headroom for more traffic, yeah?
Yeah, just comparing the data leading up to the date of Cyber Monday, we saw increase of impressions of 38%, and CPCs actually decreased by 7%, and that's without us decreasing bids. So it just kind of goes to show, I think a lot of it is like ad inventory, budgets being spread across, everyone's running deals, so it really adjusts your strategy. Yeah. So I completely agree with Liz, just make sure you're continuously pushing those budgets throughout that whole week. And throughout the weekend, I hear a lot of people, trying to day part and things like that. I think for the holidays, that can be thrown out the window because we still saw a huge increase of sales over the weekend. Spend may have been a little bit higher, but it's one of those things where if you're not bidding, you're not competing. Someone else is during that time.
Exactly. That's true. Because you need visibility at this time of year, as well as the conversions that you still need to be visible, don't you? Right.
Yeah.
So with the dates over, some of the stress is off in terms of, obviously the idea is you've got to keep our clients happy, of course. But what's next for you guys now? Like, it's not, our year's not done. We're still at the business end of Q4. We've just come off the big weekend. Obviously there's going to be still a bit of a woosah effect before it drops off around the 22nd, etc., when Prime can't be delivered. So where are you at for the next week or couple of weeks or so? What have you got planned, starting with Liz?
Yeah, so we're, still, of course, watching closely those budgets. I mean, for many of our customers, especially the ones who sell giftable items, we have to make sure that we're present, all the way into the evening, as people are shopping for gifts. Like you said, it's through the 19th, 20th, 21st, whenever that shipping gets cut off. And so we're watching budgets closely. We're also watching ACOS closely and spend. And when I say we watch ACOS, some of our clients are happy to be super aggressive during holiday and to spend a little bit more money to kind of catapult them into January. Sometimes I think we overlook January and think that once Christmas is over, shopping is over, but you've got to keep in mind that there are people coming back with their gift cards and their exchanges and their returns. And so January can be a super solid month as well. So some of our clients have been asking us to run at actually a higher ACOS and a lower return just to kind of maintain some visibility. Other clients, of course, are still hyper-focused on profitability, which, you need to watch that very closely. You don't want to find yourself at the end of December with no cash able, to reinvest in restocking. So just watching those and being smart too. It's not all just about bids anymore. It's about your targeting. There's so many targeting options in Amazon. So where do you do well? Do you do well targeting competitors? Do you do well targeting your own products so that there's some of that cross purchasing going on? As you know, we run storefronts and things like that, and so experimenting with special storefront pages on highly giftable items that we can send traffic to a storefront where they can browse and hopefully increase basket size a little bit.
Sounds good. Destaney?
Yeah, pretty similar again to what Liz said. I know the things that we're really starting to push right now, and mainly it's just due to increased impressions and data collection, is all the new rollouts. So we've been testing a lot of, the sponsor brands product targeting, and we're making sure we're running, ASIN targeting from Seller Central in alignment with product targeting on the display side, as well as sponsor brands product targeting to try to win as much of those placements as possible. We actually did start a lot of retargeting campaigns, which typically have not performed well for anyone, but we launched them kind of prior to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so that way all that traffic we got, we can continuously retarget for the next 3.5 weeks, and all of that has end dates right before Christmas, as Liz said. Video and search, 90% of our accounts have it right now. Highly recommend, even if it's not ideal videos right now, get it up, start collecting data, because you're in before hardly anyone else. And as we all know, that relevancy and all that data means a lot to Amazon. So I'm getting a ton of video and search up, making sure we have a lot of targeting for major keywords, and just all of those, kind of externalities of bid by placement, auto campaigns. You have your close complimentary loose now. Check those things. There's so much that can affect the results of your account. Everyone needs to be tracking them.
I was going to say, do you use any special requirements in terms of campaign setup? Like with substitutes and stuff can eat the budget of close match and stuff. So do you break those out?
Yeah, we're actually breaking them out into 4 different auto campaigns, just for the same reason that a lot of people, break out ad groups into campaign structure, because typically 1 or 2 is going to get all of your budget. And it's usually close match. And then every now and then, you'll see a complimentary that's hemorrhaging, but then the rest of those match types aren't ever going to get any budget. So we are breaking them out.
Yeah, makes sense. Nadine, what advice would you give to obviously the end users of your platform?
I wouldn't underestimate the time before Christmas, because the days after Black Friday, they are mostly like a little bit down. Nobody's buying because everybody has spent all of his money. But the days before Christmas are the most important for our customers. And we have a lot of brands who have still budgets left, and they have to spend the budgets within the Christmas time. It doesn't matter how the ACOS performs during that time. It's just because they want to get impressions, they want to get visibility, and so on. Yeah. And I wouldn't underestimate this time of the year. And I totally agree on Liz. She said that after Christmas, it's the time for gift cards, for example. That's very important as well to don't stop ads during that time.
Yeah, makes total sense. And going into next year and beyond, obviously we know that cost per clicks, etc. I've said it over and over again, it's going up. What are your goals for next year? What do you see coming down? I mean, I know Liz and Destaney have been experimenting a lot with DSP and stuff, and retargeting ads and video ads and stuff. Where do you see the puck going for next year? We already understand headline search. We all understand product targeting ads. We covered that numerous times on the show. Where do you think it's all going to go next year? What are you putting your bets behind, the new features, that is?
We just started DSP as well.
Yes.
But still, so for Germany and for UK, for example, sponsored brands are already like everybody's doing some sponsored brands. But if you are already also selling in Italy, for example, or Spain, then sponsored brands is a quite good idea, because there are not that many people who use sponsored brands in these countries. So I would still say that this is a good opportunity to get really low cost clicks. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, it's like with any advertising platform, when as soon as they start out, I'm sure once they properly monetize TikTok and places like that, cost per click is going to be really, really low. Do you remember Instagram ads? They're the same. Pinterest used to be like a cents on the dollar. Now that $3 a click or whatever, as the platforms grow. It's same with AdWords. Go back to 2002, 3, 4. You know, some of the cost per clicks are really low. The same with Amazon 2015 compared to now. Getting in like with these video ads and stuff is a good opportunity to buy in get attention on a low cost per click at this stage, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Destaney, what about yourself? What you got lined for next year? What you got your eye on?
Yeah, pretty much all the new rollouts. So Amazon has an acronym called OPW internally, and basically if it's not scalable, they try to make it other people's work. So I see a lot of, some of the retargeting and the things that we see that traditionally used to be through AMG are going to be rolled out self-serve. I mean, we've already seen it with, off-platform video and search. So I think, video and search supposedly are supposed to open up quite a few more placements that are actually top of search, because that was what they ran into as an impression issue, because it's at the very bottom of the scroll page. So I see a lot of those platforms that we used to have a $35,000 minimum to get into, it's all going to be self-serve. It's slowly going to roll out. So the biggest thing I can recommend is anytime you see something new, get it started. Yes, it's going to be an investment. It's not going to run as well because it is typically AI based. So just testing all those different placements. I bet we get a lot more off-platform placements to test, things like that.
Yeah, makes sense. And Liz?
I see Amazon's focus continuing to revolve around brands and making sure that brands have the capability to promote their products and tell their brand story. And that's going to be through videos. It's going to be through, there's a custom creative beta in sponsored brands right now where you can, it looks slightly different than the current sponsored brands ad. And it's more image focused on the image that you've uploaded. Storefront is going to be huge. They are testing a lot of things about how to best drive traffic to Storefront. They're launching a lot of new Storefront features that make it much more interactive. And so keep an eye on that. We have been told by people at Amazon that Storefront will be the hub of advertising. So if you don't have Storefront, look at investing in developing a good Storefront and watch for changes that comes out, and experiment with how to drive the right traffic to the right pages on Storefront. You don't just throw everything at the homepage.
Yep.
Sponsored display. I actually got off the phone with Amazon a couple of days ago, and there's some big things coming out for sponsored display, which is that retargeting that will be off of Amazon. So watch that, experiment with that. As most people know, as we've mentioned on this chat so far, it hasn't performed very well for most sellers, but they are rolling. It's very much in beta, and they're rolling out more and more features to help sellers better target and better use that product.
Yeah, it seems that the retargeting and video ads seem to be the best performers at this stage, doesn't it?
Yeah, video ads have been amazing so far, just simply because those cost per clicks are so low. There's no competition right now. Yeah,
makes total sense. Is there anything you guys want to add before you go at all? Any standouts? No, we covered everything?
I think we got most everything. It's just, it's going to be an exciting ride next year, that's for sure. I was writing an article for predictions for 2020, and Amazon's a ride every year, and it's definitely been a roller coaster ride this year, and especially with advertising. Advertising's not going away. It's going to get more and more complicated. There'll be more and more ways to blow your money. Yeah. So learning how to advertise intelligently is going to be critical for sellers.
Definitely. Destaney, you sound like you're about to add something there, is it?
No, I completely agree. It's just being in the platform every single day. I mean, like Liz said, you can log in and there's a new image platform. Like you can now add like long lifestyle images in there. It's like every single day there's something different. So if you don't understand the foundational basics, you're going to lose money and time. Exactly.
Right. So guys, listen to the show. If you want to hire any of these rock stars through their agency, let's start with Liz. How do they reach you?
They can reach me at liz@egility.co. That's EGILITY.co. And I'm happy to answer questions.
Superb. Destaney?
Check out betterams.com or follow me on any platform. I try to post a lot of content and always answer questions and video responses. So reach out.
Yeah, and that's Destaney Wishon, and it's spelled Destaney. Yeah?
Yes, that was impressive.
Cool. You know how I got that right? I'm staring at your name on the screen here on Zoom. So, Nadine, how do people reach out for you? Obviously, you're software based, and how do they get access to BidX, etc.?
You can find the software at bidx-tool.com, and if you want to reach out to me, it's nadine@bidx.xyz.
Superb. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today. Guys, if this is your first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you again in the next few days. Take care.